Everything you've been told about the Great Pyramid is a lie. It was never a tomb. No mummies were ever found here, no hieroglyphs, and no treasure. Instead, we found traces of hydrochloric acid, quartz crystals that generate electricity, and a design that mimics a modern-day power plant. You aren't looking at a monument of the dead. You are looking at a 3,000-year-old machine that once powered the entire planet. Welcome to the forbidden history of the Giza Energy Code. The history of humanity is written in stone, but the ink used by modern academia is often clouded by a refusal to see the obvious. For over 2 centuries, the Great Pyramid of Giza has been labeled as the ultimate mausoleum, a grand megalithic tomb built for the pharaoh Khufu. This narrative is taught in schools, printed in textbooks, and repeated by tour guides. But when we apply the cold, hard logic of engineering and forensics, the tomb theory doesn't just fracture, it completely shatters. To understand why, we must first look at what is missing. In any other Egyptian tomb, from the smallest mastaba to the lavish chambers of the Valley of the Kings, the purpose is clear. They are filled with funerary art, statues of the deceased, jars of food for the afterlife, and miles of hieroglyphic spells from the Book of the Dead, meant to guide the soul through the duat. Yet in the Great Pyramid, the largest and most complex structure of them all, there is a deafening silence. There is not a single inscription, not one tribute to a king, not one prayer to the gods. Why would a civilization obsessed with the afterlife leave their greatest monument completely anonymous? Let us consider the physical evidence, or the lack thereof. When the Caliph al-Ma'mun first breached the pyramid's inner sanctum in 820 AD, he and his men expected to find floors lined with gold and walls encrusted with jewels. Instead, they found an empty room. The king's chamber contained nothing but a lidless, hollowed-out block of chocolate-colored granite. No mummy was ever found, no fragments of a wooden coffin, not even a single drop of the oils and resins used in the mummification process was detected in the porous stone. Mainstream archaeologists claim that grave robbers took everything, but this explanation defies the laws of physics. The granite coffer in the king's chamber is actually larger than the entrance to the room itself. This means it was placed there during construction, not brought in afterward. If the pyramid was a tomb, the pharaoh would have been sealed inside a stone box that was mathematically aligned to the structure's core. Yet we find no evidence he was ever there. Furthermore, the environmental conditions inside the pyramid are not conducive to a burial. The so-called air shafts leading from the king and queen's chambers were originally blocked at the ends. They weren't for air, and they weren't for the soul to fly to the stars. When these shafts were explored with high-tech robotics, like the Upuat and Jetty drones, they revealed a level of mechanical precision that suggests conduits for something else, perhaps chemicals, or perhaps frequency. Finally, we must address the precision paradox. The Great Pyramid is composed of over 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons. They are fitted together with a tolerance of less than 0.01 inches, so tight that a razor blade cannot pass between them. The casing stones were polished to a mirror finish, reflecting the sun like a beacon. In the king's chamber, the 70-ton granite beams are perfectly level within a fraction of a millimeter. This is not the work of people with copper chisels and hemp ropes trying to hide a dead body. This is the work of a master-class civilization utilizing advanced geodetic and sonic technology. We have been looking at a cemetery for 100 years, ignoring the fact that we are standing inside a silent, dormant machine. As we move deeper into the structure, we will see that every stone, every angle, and every mineral was chosen not for its beauty, but for its conductivity. The time for the tomb myth is over. It is time to analyze the Great Pyramid as what it truly is, the world's first and greatest electromagnetic power station. The material is the message. The Great Pyramid is not merely a mountain of stone. It is a meticulously assembled machine. constructed from materials chosen for their specific electromagnetic properties. While the exterior was made of limestone, the heart of the structure is composed of massive blocks of rose granite, transported from Aswan over 500 miles away. Why go to such impossible lengths? The answer lies in mineralogy. Granite contains a high concentration of quartz crystals. These crystals possess a unique property known as the piezoelectric effect. When quartz is subjected to immense mechanical pressure, such as the millions of tons of stone pressing down on the king's chamber, it generates a constant flow of electrical energy. The pyramid was not a tomb, it was a massive, self-sustaining geological generator. The resonance of the Nile. But a generator requires a trigger, a source of movement, to activate the system. Thousands of years ago, the Nile River flowed much closer to the Giza Plateau than it does today. Evidence suggests that the pyramid was built over a series of subterranean limestone channels. As the water from the Nile flowed through these porous rocks, it created a phenomenon known as capillary action, generating a constant vibration at the base of the structure. This vibration, or physioresonance, traveled upward through the pyramid's core, rhythmic and steady, like a heartbeat. This sonic energy was then captured by the granite chambers, causing the quartz crystals to vibrate and release a colossal electrical charge. The white shield, ancient insulation. While the internal granite served as the conductor, the exterior of the pyramid served the opposite purpose. Originally, the Great Pyramid was encased in 115,000 highly polished Tura limestone blocks. This specific limestone is unique. It is incredibly pure, contains almost no magnesium, and acts as a near-perfect electrical insulator. This casing ensured that the massive electrical energy being generated within the structure remained trapped inside. Like a modern-day capacitor, the pyramids stored this energy, preventing it from leaking into the ground or the atmosphere prematurely. The transmission code. At the very peak of this monolithic machine sat the pyramidion, a capstone believed to have been coated in solid gold. Gold is one of the most efficient electrical conductors known to man. As the ionized energy within the pyramid reached its peak, it would have been funneled toward this golden tip. From there, the energy was likely transmitted into the ionosphere, creating a wireless power grid that could be tapped into from anywhere on the planet. This brings us to a chilling realization. Was Nikola Tesla's dream of wireless global power actually a rediscovery of an ancient, forbidden science? Friends, we are not just exploring the dusty pages of history. We are uncovering suppressed technology that could change the way we see our world. If you believe the Great Pyramid was more than a tomb, if you believe it was an ancient power station, then hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your perspective is vital to this mission. If you haven't already, join the Legends of Time family by subscribing and hitting the notification bell. Share this video with those who seek the truth, so we can reach more people with these hidden revelations. In our next chapter, we will dive into the secret connection between Nikola Tesla and the Great Pyramid. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned, because the past is about to be reactivated.